So when it comes to the rate of a house, the price of a house, where you want to live or the person you're taking the house from actually plays a major role, because these things actually come together to determine the price of the house. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how much you can actually get a council house for, and how much with the same type of a house you can actually get it from a private owner. Someone wanted to know what the rate actually is for these council houses in the UK or in Scotland. Now, what I will say is the area you decide to live actually plays a major role of what the rate is, okay? For example, is the city centers. Every country city center actually, it's very high when it comes to rent or everything. It's actually high in everything, okay? So comparing the rate in the city centers to that of the outskirts of the city centers, there will be a difference. It doesn't matter whether it's a council house or it's a private owned. The only thing is, if you're living in the outskirts of the city centers, it becomes a bit more cheaper. But in general, there is no way a council house will be higher compared to a private owned. So in all, what I can say is a house that you can actually get it around 380 for, let's say, 2 rooms. You can get the same house from a private owned, but it will be around 600, 650. Okay, like 700 upwards, depending on where it is. So talking of the rates between that of the private owned and the council house, most of the time the council houses are very, very cheap. They are low. I wouldn't say cheap, they're very affordable, right, compared to the private owned. But the only difficulty with the council houses, because they come with a low rent or a lower rent, there are a lot of people, there are a lot of demand on such houses. So getting them, it's very, very difficult to get such houses. That is the only disadvantage that comes with the council house. There are a lot of people who wants it, but they don't get it because of the high demand. Now, I will give an example. In Paisley, for instance, a 2-bedroom you can get for like 380 or somewhere around £90 per week. You will be getting the same house, but you will be paying more, maybe from 650 upwards from a private owned. Okay, so in this case, the majority or the people demanding for the houses in the council house are very high. So getting one sometimes becomes very, very difficult. But if you're comparing the rates, if you're comparing the rents, the council house is always affordable, more like it's always cheaper compared to that of the private owned. So if you're looking to get a council house, you just have to put it, and if it is from the council, then you can be sure that it wouldn't be as high as a private owned. That's a general